Okay, so it is 7:05 p.m. I have to get to the gym by 7:45. I just popped the Adderall, so I am officially an overachiever. So let's finish what we started. We are Love is Blind, Season 10, Cast Reveal, Part 1, The Women. So, keeping it pushing, we're starting off with the women in alphabetical order. We have Ashley. Ashley, pretty dress, very refined looking lady. 34, keeping it with the 30s. Love it. Claims manager. We're already to a good track with the women with the careers. So I did watch a couple cast reveals, and Jessie Woo, one of my favorites, made a very good point. The women's jobs, careers, solid, very concise, detailed, like it. Virgo, fiercely loyal, almost to a fault. Yeah, they are. Ashley always strives to make the people in her life feel supported, but that, she says, is just the little Ohio way. All right, Ashley. She's a pun girl. I like puns. Ashley is incredibly close with her whole family, but her dad is her best friend. She's a daddy's girl, okay? As long as I make my parents proud, then I'm proud of myself. She is a Virgo. When Ashley isn't hard at work, she's playing golf with her family in South Carolina, an annual summer tradition she hopes to share with her future partner. So far, all of her romances have been a swing and a miss. After 5 years in a toxic relationship, Ashley is aware that her tendency to avoid red flags. However, one she's definitely not willing to overlook is bad hygiene. She is definitely a Virgo, because I am. So, quick pause. Oh my God, I'm so stuffed up these allergies. One of my best friends is a Virgo. We've been friends for going on like 20 years. That bitch is a germaphobe. So yes, I believe her with the bad hygiene. All right, let's keep it moving. I'm already on 2 minutes. Let's keep it moving. Bree, 34, senior merchant. Never heard of that, but okay. Aaliyah. Bree looks like, who was that chick with the guy who had the baby in the last season? I can't remember, but she looks like her. Between her demanding job and new side hustle of flipping investment properties across the country, Bree tends to maximize every minute of her day. I operate at 100 miles an hour, and I'm looking for someone to help me mellow out, she says. While a change of pace might be refreshing, that doesn't mean Bree will go the distance with a guy who isn't driven. The biggest red flag to me is someone who has lack of direction in life, she says. If he can't show up as strong and confident to me, I find that really unattractive, especially when you're in your 30s. If he can overcome her admittedly long list of icks, Bree hopes to spend the rest of her days with her soulmate, hoping life's small pleasures. It's too early to tell, but the women are very career driven and very, I don't know, the men seem a little more scatterbrained. So the women seem like they really, the women, I mean, this is nothing new for this show, but the women seem very like intentional. But let's keep it moving. Brittany S. Is Brittany, she Korean? She's Asian something. I think she's Korean. I don't want to assume. Brittany S. She's a flight attendant. She's 37, a Gemini. Is this the first Gemini of the cast? I can't remember when any of the men were Gemini. I don't think any of the men were Geminis. Not to sound too cavalier, but Brittany is a very gifted dancer. In fact, she previously danced for the Cleveland Cavs and even bringing some home national championship ring as co-captain of the team. While she's extremely proud to be part of the Cleveland history, she's got her eyes set on the future. Now I'm looking for the real ring. I don't know why that was funny. I don't know. I like puns. The women got a lot of puns. Born and raised in Ohio. Ohio was a very puns. Y'all like puns in Ohio? I like a corny joke. Born and raised in Ohio, Brittany is excited to introduce her fiance to her crazy family, who she gets her silly and goofy sense of humor. As a Gemini, Brittany says she has about 8 different personalities. Brittany, it's not good. And you a Gemini? 8 personalities, Brittany? I might on you, Brittany. But we'll try her best to bring out 2 in this experiment. One is a total chatterbox, but when she's upset, she has to take space. So don't be surprised if her pod's dates have an intermission. I need a minute to think and then come back to have a conversation. I mean, she probably does have sensory overload being a flight attendant because all them people always want to fucking yap. Brittany W. Okay, multiple Britneys. Brittany W and Brittany S. And we got Bree. Brittany W is 33, a registered nurse. An Aquarius. Brittany has spent the past year becoming whole after her last relationship and has taken a vow of celibacy that she plans to keep until her wedding day. Are you whole because of the celibacy? Or are you whole because you want the therapy? Because, holding the cooter, let me stop yapping, has taken a vow of celibacy she planned to keep until her wedding day. I mean, I guess this is the perfect show to be celibate considering y'all going to get married within 2 weeks. So I guess, is that even really like if the process is accelerated, does it even count as celibacy? Never mind. I'm sorry. Adderall didn't kick in yet. Has taken a vow of celibacy she plans to keep to her wedding day. She's a giving person by nature, and her career as a nurse has only strengthened her capacity to care for others. Brittany is proud to say she paid off her nursing school debt and is ready to meet someone who is just as hardworking. The women ain't playing. She paid off her nursing school debt and she's a registered nurse. Oh, I feel like this. If she gets a match or whatever they call it, engagement or something, that's going to be an issue. The only way I see this not being an issue is if she ends up with Ramses Jr. Hamal, the ER doctor. That's the only one that can match her hustle. Because if she's a registered nurse and has no debt, she don't really need a man. So it's like, and a lot of them jobs was like, focus. I'm not a morning person. A registered nurse, you're not a morning person? Okay. But I have to have 10 alarms. Oh, Brittany may have trouble waking up, but one thing she'll never know in a relationship is go to bed angry. Heading into the experiment, her biggest fear is going into the altar and hearing her partner say no. Well, Brittany, that's everybody's. I mean, being left at the altar is literally everybody's woman's worst fear. But I hear you, Brittany. But if all goes well, she looks forward to riding off into the sunset together, preferably on roller skates. Brittany's cute. Brittany got some hips on her. But it appears I missed somebody. I missed Amber, who was the very first one in alphabetical order. So we have Amber. Amber is 34, a nurse practitioner. Baby, the money is money, eh? Ohio, they don't play. The women do not play in Ohio. With the 7-year-old daughter at home, so you're going to be the one with the child. Interesting. Amber is looking for a supportive, loyal man to join their family. It's one thing to travel or to do fun things with someone, but that doesn't matter as much as being there for me when I have a horrible day, she says. Amber has always been hardworking and ambitious. Obtaining a master's degree while raising a toddler was no small feat, and believes in giving it your best no matter what. She wants to welcome a similarly driven guy into the homie life. She's built with her daughter as long as he doesn't mind, which this is written horribly. No offense to her. This is a terribly written piece. She get into the homey life that she has built with her daughter. Okay. As long as he doesn't mind which side of the bed he sleeps on. If Amber finds a compatible bedfellow who also isn't a slob, she'll happily share her domestic talents. I made homemade waffles and syrup on a Sunday morning and would love a partner to experience that with me. So I've watched a couple cast reveals, and a lot of people said that Amber looks older than 34. I can see that at initial glance, but reading her bio, especially learning that she's a nurse and she balanced becoming a nurse while being a mom, I wouldn't necessarily say that ages you, but that ages you. and I'm not saying anything about her looks. That's a lot. That's a lot of work. And her child is 7, so that means she had her child at 27. So she was dealing with a lot, becoming a nurse and being a mom. So, and then when I kind of read her values, I don't think she necessarily looks old. I think she's a mom mode. She looks like a mom. So people have opinions about having children on this show, well, on a show like this, and Amber seems cool. Let's move on. Hats off to her for becoming a nurse and a mom. Okay, so we're gonna go back. We're gonna move forward to Bry with a Y. Bry with the Y 30. Bry with the Y. I said Kelly Rowland, maybe not Kelly Rowland. She looks like somebody. She's pretty. First black woman we have on the cast. Bry is 30. She's a commercial and real estate agent. She's an Aries. Oh yeah, right. That's what it was. It's okay. 7 years. Like I said in the last video, 7 years since the last relationship. Doesn't remember when she's been on a real date. Is this really the? I mean, I'm focused. Don't worry. The Adderall kicked in. I just want to get a thought out. There's a part of me that's like, you ain't been on a date in 7 years and you just rusty. You go into this process, but then at the same time, it's like, okay, something's not working, so maybe this is her trying something new. So I'm in the middle. Nobody has been able to make me feel like they can take all of me. Ooh. Bry, I want to like you. You a sister. I know you a strong, independent black woman. Don't need no man, but girl, the goal is to get married on this show. As Bry enters her 30s, she's 30. Oh, Jesus. Focus. As Bry enters her 30s, she's proud of preserving through the challenges of the last decade. Bry lost her mom, who was incarcerated to cancer, and then dealt her grandmom's death less than a year later. Bry, you've been through a lot. Bry, I don't know. That's a lot. You ain't been on a date in 7 years. I don't know that your mama's incarcerated. Then she died of cancer. And then your grandmama died. That's a lot, Bry. And you turning 30? I know what to say. I'm just trying to find the right words to say. I just hope she doesn't become one of those women on this show as a black woman and her trauma becomes her personality. Because this show has a really bad habit of sensationalizing black trauma. And unfortunately, and kind of fortunately, black hardships make good TV because we are interesting people. But I don't want that to be all there is to her. I don't know. That's a lot. I'm being serious. That's a lot. That's a lot on her. And I don't know if it gets into therapy. I really hope she was in therapy. I lost my grandmama. I was at 21. So entering your 30s, losing your mom, and your mama was in jail. Anyway, let's keep it positive. For Bry, keeping herself together in her 20s has been a huge accomplishment. Now she's looking for someone who feels like home. I don't like that. I get it. Companionship is important, but it's like, are you home, girl? Are you home? Sorry. Now she's looking for someone who feels like home. I'm weak. I'm gonna keep my eye out on Bry. I really am. Her perfect match won't be too sensitive and will accept her tough love language. If I bully you, I really do love you. Ooh. They'll need to be able to sit through reality TV marathons. That's my favorite thing to do. Sit on my couch, eat fast food, and watch Real Housewives. Bro, I got my eye on you. And I mean that in the most positive way. I want my sister to... She seems like she's in survival mode. I want my sister to thrive. I don't want you in survival mode. I want you to thrive. I want you to be happy. I don't want you being a bully. I want Christine, 31, speech language pathologist, more money. Scorpio. Oof. Christine has what was Bri? Sorry. Aries. Ooh. She had Aries. Yikes. Christine has a strong feeling that somebody good is waiting for her in the pods. As a mellow, easygoing person who doesn't enjoy being the center of attention, that belief is why she's taking a leap of faith. But Christine has no intention of settling. I don't just want a husband, I want a partner to do life with. She says, I've gone 30 years without him and I'm ready for him now. To prepare this moment, Christine has a running list of relationship tips she's collected over the years. I keep track of all the marriage advice I received from couples that have been together for a long time. She says her favorite, pray for your husband before you even meet him. She's not willing to give up her faith for anybody and would ideally find someone who attends church with her on Sundays. As a big sports fan, Christine also wants to go to games with her future partner, especially if they'll join in her cheering on her beloved Bengals. Christine sounds oddly optimistic for a Scorpio. She sounds likable, centered, and optimistic, and I do not want her to do well on this show because I feel like this show will ruin her life. I actually want her to not go far because she seems like a very nice person. But I actually like the women. I mean, I'm concerned about Bri, but I like the women. Dynasty is gorgeous. Dynasty is gorgeous. Dark skin, beautiful hair, beautiful smile. I feel about her almost the same way as I feel about, what was her name? Christine. She look-wise, she's everything. I want her to go far in the show, but I don't. I want her to go far in the show because you know how we talk about how Orlandria is that girl because she is? I want more Orlandrias, not just like her. I want more dark-skinned, brown-skinned girls. And like, of course, some light-skinned girls. My mama light-skinned. I want to see but more melanated black women on TV, thriving, looking beautiful. I don't want to see any more Aaliyahs from, what was that, season 6 or 7 from Love is Blind. If you know, you know. I don't want to see any more dark skin struggle love. I want more Tiffany and Cameron's. I mean, it'd be great if what was it, Tiffany and Cameron? No. It's Cameron and it's Tiffany, right? The interracial couple. The it couple of Love is Blind. You know what I'm talking about. And or is it Brett and Tiffany? Y'all know who I'm talking about. I want to see my melanated black girlies thrive. But at the same time, I don't want this show to make an ass out of her because this show has done that too to a lot of black women. But focus. Dynasty, 33, senior marketing manager. An Aries. I forgive you, girl. An Aries through and through, Dynasty is an eternal optimist. While astrologically pairing had led her astray before, she's willing to let another Leo prove me wrong. Oof. Leo on that Aries. That's rough. If the connection is strong enough, Dynasty is romantic at heart and known to surprise past boyfriends with thoughtful gifts and experiences. Now that she's older and the budget is bigger, you know what I'm going to say. Let me stay focused. She's ready to spoil her man. I have thoughts, but I'll get to them later. According to her mom, Dynasty has been brave ever since she was a little girl. Her proudest achievement was living in England for 2 years. I love a cultured black queen. For 2 years, and she got her master's degree. Travel is a big part of who Dynasty is, so she's looking for that same wanderlust in a partner. Besides exploring the world together, she's most excited about introducing her future husband to self-care, like doing a 12-step skincare routine after winding down in front of the TV with a cup of tea. Okay, so I'm going to say this about Dynasty. Obviously, as a black woman coming on this show, she has to be open to interracial dating. So I don't mind if she finds a white partner or a partner outside of the race. The problem with this particular season, I don't really see nobody. This is kind of an issue with the women of this season based on just this review. I haven't started watching the episodes yet, and I know they aired today. Based on it and just my analysis from the men and the women are very career driven, they're very focused, and they're very succinct. The men are fickle as hell based on just let's look at the things they talk about. The women have really never said anything about icks. The men have icks. I don't like it if you don't get along with your brother and sister. I got my dog. I leave bottled waters all over and just drink them. The men are weird and fickle, but these women are very intentional. In Dynasty, being a dark-skinned girl, a senior marketing manager, she has a master. She lived in England. She's cultured. She's coined up. I don't really see nobody really matching with her, and maybe it's all for the best. I'm excited to see Dynasty Story. Child, this probably only had 2 lines in the whole show, because you know how that goes. And you know what? I'm fine with that. I would rather her be barely seen on the show than for this show to take her down the freaking Edmund path. All right, let's wrap this up. Alyssa, 39, another nurse. Aaliyah, to have a shot with Alyssa, you better be able to handle 2 cats and a dog. If he's allergic, he's going to have to get a shot. I know that's right. I'm not even a pet person. I know that's right. They were here first. But if you find yourself sniffly for other reasons, Alyssa will be there for your favorite comfort food. I am a acts of service kind of girl, a true Leo. She can't help but be the center of attention at times. Leo, whew. You ain't never lied. Them Leos, they are the star. But she's willing to share the spotlight with someone who can make her laugh. In the past, Alyssa has struggled to find men who take her seriously. They want to take me home, but not take me home to mama. Why? What are you giving? That's not... She is a nurse. Her own mama tells her she's picky. No flip-flops is a non-negotiable. No flip-flops. What? But Alyssa knows her soulmate will be kind and willing to put up with her impatience and backseat driving. I'm just excited about going to the grocery store, cooking together, and sitting down watching her favorite show. Alyssa seems like she's going to be a lot, but she hides the a lot well. All right, Emma, 28, real estate merchandising. And another Aries. It's a lot of Aries. It's a lot of Aries women, Aries and Leo women, and Pisces men. Interesting. I guess. Maybe it's not that interesting. Retail merchandising. Emma, Asian girly. Having moved from Ohio to her job, Emma's proud community she's created through a 200-hour yoga teacher training and launched her own food Instagram account. Emma has connected with plenty of new friends. She's looking forward to sharing her favorite pastimes like morning yoga and cooking and a hearty meal on Sunday nights with a soulmate. Food is my love language, says Emma. Emma enjoys every part of meal prep process, including gathering the ingredients though her pet peeve when other shoppers don't put their grocery carts away. Girl, get a life. While Emma won't sacrifice her independence, she is willing to cede some cooking counter space to the right guy, especially if she can clean up after her. Emma admits when culinary aspiration strikes, I'm a little messy. Emma, you better be cooking up some mad ass food on this show. I better see some dishes with all this shit you talking about food. All right, we got Jennifer. She looks so innocent. 32, another Scorpio. A lot of Scorpios and Aries women. Never afraid to be honest. Jennifer is looking for a strong communicator, one who doesn't mind her constant, that's what she said jokes. In a relationship with self-described jokesters, there will be plenty of shared laughs, starting with her family annual tradition of watching National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Jennifer is excited to bring a partner into that fold, especially if they can help some of her least favorite chores. I'm a clean freak, but I'm really bad at folding laundry. Same, sis. In return, Jennifer's sure to give her man his flowers, both literal and figurative, as she is all about romantic gestures. You know, I'm not really a romantic type of guy, but I will say the one time a guy did give me flowers, it really was special. I didn't even like him that much, but it did feel nice. And he sent it to my job. That was sweet. He was okay. But it's anyway, guys deserve to get flowers too. She insists. After some bad experiences, Jennifer is not the biggest fan of Gemini love, but if she meets one who is thoughtful, loyal, and adventurous eater, it could be a sign that a Scorpio has found her flame. I have to see how Jennifer actually behaves in real time because she has a very quirky description, but you know how that goes. Let's get to Jessica, 39, an infectious diseases physician. Already said it. Money, the bag. A Libra. Family is everything to Jessica. Her younger sister is her bestie, and her parents are the ones who encourage her to join the experiment. That's different. I can't wait to see that. Well, if she gets engaged. Interesting. Their one requirement is that her future partner loves Halloween. Yeah, this dress gives very quinceañera festive, very festive. I have a whole box of wigs at home. Why did that make me laugh? Jessica says, while she's ready to commit to a couple's costume, this spooky season fan can get scared when it comes to dating. My biggest fear is vulnerability. You came on a react. Never mind. She explains, admitting that I need help or some support can be hard. Jessica is looking for someone patient and understanding, even when it comes to constant one-sided conversations she has with her pets. I always imagine her just having a whole key with her dog while she's wearing a whole. Jessica's a key. I do a lot of things that could get on my partner's nerves. I live alone and talk to my dogs all day long. I can't even talk. I live alone. I talk to myself all day long, so I can't even judge. Jessica is proud how she treats others, but there is one thing she can't abide. I have misophonia, so I will get the ick if you don't chew with your mouth closed. What the fuck is that? All right, I know I said what the fuck is that? What is it?
Misophonia.
Misophonia? What the fuck is that? A chronic neurophysiological disorder characterized by intense involuntary emotional and physical fight or flight reactions to specific, often repetitive, innocuous sounds like chewing, breathing, and tapping. She's crazy. Interesting. I didn't know that was a thing. Kia. Is Kia black? 3 black women. A marketing director, a Leo. I'm a proud passenger princess. Same sis, and I have my license and I've never owned a car. Who has never had a license. Kia is looking for someone successful and driven and not just on the highway. Nothing revs her engine more than a man who is about his business. You really thought you ate when you wrote this, didn't you, Netflix? Kia counts among her biggest accomplishments being a guest at Harvard's business school, where she spoke at a conference about the cannabis industry. But it's not all work and no play for Kia. Her family would describe her as goofy and bubbly. And she's looking for a partner that can keep up with her banter. I need someone who is as sarcastic as I am. He should be able to keep up with her pace and be, as she recently took up running as a hobby and is training for half a marathon. Okay, the body looks good. Still, Kia knows that perfection is a trap, but isn't looking for someone who just good on paper. Being imperfect is perfect to me. Very well-rounded description. I mean, I could have did without. I mean, those car jokes were a little corny, but very well-rounded description. We probably won't see much of her. She seems well-adjusted and like a well-adjusted black woman. Probably won't see much of her. Priyanka. Sorry if I mispronounced her name. 34, recruiter, another Virgo. After building a life from scratch in several major cities, it's no surprise Priyanka's, I'm gonna call you P. It's no surprise P's family and friends describe her as a socialite who meets new people easily. Despite her social prowess, P values her independence and doesn't plan on sacrificing it for love. I'm a firm believer that bringing someone into my life is an added value and doesn't complete me. Good mindset to have, bad one for this show. P admits that the idea that she can be married in just 7 weeks is scary after spending the last 11 years. Woo! 11 years single. Interesting. But she's hoping to meet someone that she can truly count on. After all, according to her parents, finding your person is a numbers game. Yeah. There's 9 billion people in the world, and you'll be compatible with so many of them. And it's about choosing. Once she does choose, P knows a lasting relationship takes hard work for which she does more than willing to put in time for effort. If it were easy, life would be boring. P seems well adjusted. She's very pretty Indian girl. Very nice body, very good dress. She probably won't make it far because she actually seems like a sensible person, but we'll see. Rosalind, 31, marketing manager, Sagittarius. Rosalind's a Sagittarius who likes to take risk. While her family may say she talks too much, she's looking for someone who appreciates her animated storytelling. In her free time, she writes fiction. Oh, a writer. Go girl. She's children's literature and romance novel. She wants a partner who can bounce ideas off while deep in a draft. Now she's entering the pods and hopes of writing her most personal love story yet. And this one will be nonfiction. Rosalind's parents were high school sweethearts, and her mom set an example of keeping her hobbies and interests. They do life together, but they also have individuals. They also have things as individuals that feeds them. That balance is something that Rosalind admires, and she is eager to learn about her future partner's passion as well as share her own. Another thing she must share with her spouse is strong political views. I wouldn't be able to build a foundation if we didn't have the same core values. If I wasn't pressed for time, I would speak on that, but I'll wait to see how far she gets on the show. Tyler S., another black woman. A sales leader, a Gemini. Tyler admits she can be a little delusional, while it's only because she's powered by optimistic spirit. Everything in my life that I've done has been the result of being bold and taking a little bit of risk. A proud girl's girl. Tyler started a nonprofit in college. Oh, excellent. And support other women, and was first in her family to graduate with a bachelor's degree. It's a lot of pressure. She's looking for someone with calming energy to balance her. I want a soft place to land, but Tyler knows that she has to switch it up in tactics to find her forever partner. And being a girl's girl won't help you because you are in competition. My biggest struggle is dating Ohio is that I don't be outside. I be in my bed taking a nap. The hope is that a man will knock on my door one day and wake me up. That's the problem. I'm the problem, not Ohio. I'm glad she admits that it's her, not the city. That's especially as a black woman. I'll wait to see how far she gets on the show too before I share my thoughts. If he does come knocking, she's ready to fall crazy in love as long as her future partner doesn't mind how much she talks about Beyonce. You in the Beehive too? I'm rooting for Tyler. All right, that's everybody. Whew. Okay, that's the cast reveals. I'm way more interested to see the women than the men, but we gonna see.